3. Hey, this is what I want to talk about today. I'm going to be 55 years old in about 6 weeks, and there's all this talk about how as you get into your 40s and 50s, you start to suffer low testosterone, evidenced by perhaps lower aggression. And I don't see it happening. I'm way too aggressive for a 54-year-old. Actually, let's take that. Let's be real here. Let's not be in denial. I'm way too aggressive for a 55-year-old male. Look at me. I wear very aggressive diver watches, as many of you know. And I find my aggression really focused on food issues. I only go to Trader Joe's on Friday morning to beat the crowd. And when I drive there, even though I eventually have to make a right lane change to get to Trader Joe's, I go in the center lane for as long as possible. Because in the right lane, cars are making right-hand turns and you've got to put your brake lights on. So what I do, and this is very aggressive, while I'm in the center lane, I watch in the periphery of my vision at cars having to put their brake lights on because cars in front of them are making right-hand turns. That's my Darwinian opportunity to cut them off and then make my right turn into Trader Joe's. That's my first aggressive display. Then I go to the meat aisle at Trader Joe's. And I'm like Dennis, I'm the Dennis Rodman of Trader Joe's shoppers. I'm boxing customers out of the area. Hey, I'm going to get the most choice cut of wild salmon. No one's going to get close to me. I'm in charge here. I'm in control. So I'm like boxing people out. It's like I'm getting rebounds in the meat aisle as I pick the choicest cuts of wild salmon. That's really embarrassing. Then I'm walking through the aisles, and this can happen at Trader Joe's or Costco, and I notice no one is around me. I got the aisles all to myself. And you know, when I shop, my aggression is such that I have these glands in me, and they secrete this like mousse-like scent, a glandular scent. Have you ever smelled a mousse? It's really strong, and I think this is repelling the shoppers from me. And the other thing that you'll notice about my aggression, and my wife can't stand this. She's been dealing with this for 16 years. I will only go to a restaurant for dinner at 5 p.m. to beat the crowds. And when I park my car in the restaurant parking lot, I do not run to the restaurant. I wind sprint to the restaurant like a bat out of hell. For various reasons. Number one, I want to be number one in line. I want to make sure that when I order my food from the menu, they haven't run out of any of the precious ingredients that are required to make my dish. And we could go on, but I think you get the point. And I'm a bad influence on my children. One of my daughters, Natalie, she now wind sprints with me to restaurants when we get out of the car. And then her sister Julia and my wife are just shaking their heads like this. Oh my God. You know, I'm going to be 55. This is way too aggressive. This Darwinian savage in me that has to be number one. And I can see this all the way back into my childhood. When I was just a little kid, I remember I would eat so quickly like it was a race. So I'd be the first one to get seconds and thirds. And my mother was very embarrassed by my aggressive food behavior. We'd go to someone's house, a relative or a friend, and they'd offer me this platter of chocolate chip cookies, and I could pick one, and I would study the platter to make sure I could find the largest chocolate chip cookie, and my mom would slap me on, hey, you just take a cookie, son, what the hell is this? So I don't see my aggression stopping. I want to at least tame it a little bit. I'm a little embarrassed by it. I see my whole aggressive diver watch look as part of this whole aggressive wave. I'm 55. I wonder if I'll still be like this in 10 years. Until then, I am a puppet, and the puppet master is the Darwinian Inner Savage. And until next time, I am out.